Hello, welcome back to plot 7A on what is quite a changeable day weather-wise. We've had hail, we've had rain, and now we've got lovely sunshine. What I'm planning on doing today is sowing some Borlotti beans and sowing some Munchkin Pumpkins, and also planting out some Uchiki Kuri, which I may well be pronouncing wrong. It's also known as onion squash and red curry. I've been growing them at home and I'm going to plant them out this afternoon. But first, before I start doing any of that, I just wanted to show you something I received in the post this morning. Quite a one for my seeds and all different kinds of seedlings, and I've got far too many at home already, but I can never resist a bargain. And I found out about this company called Groseeds, who I've been recommended, and I had a look and their website was amazing. They had so many different varieties of things I hadn't seen before, and the one thing that struck me was their prices as well. I expected them to be, you know, fairly expensive, but they had a sale on when I was there, and some packets of seeds I got were as low as 54p, and I think the most I spent on a packet of seeds was about £1.20. And they arrived this morning, so I excitedly opened them up, as you do. And the first thing that struck me was I got this lovely little handwritten note as well, which just says, "Hi Anne, many thanks for your order. I hope you have a very productive, healthy and happy growing season. Happy gardening, Anne. I've added a packet of New Zealand spinach for you to try. I'll pass on to a friend." And a little smiley face. And I thought that was a really nice touch to get from a company in a day where so many companies don't seem to care or provide that personal service. It was really, really nice of him to do that. And they arrived and they all look like this. And then the second thing that struck me was on the front here, where it says, "You made something great happen. This packet has provided one person in Africa clean water for 1 week." And looking into it a little bit further, for every packet of seeds that they sell, they help provide clean water for someone in Africa as well, which I think is a nice touch too. It's nice to think by doing something I love, you can be helping other people. So yeah, I was very, very impressed with these seeds so far, and they're resealable packets too, which is awesome. So I'm going to have lots of fun sowing them later on, and I just thought I'd share them with you guys too. But anyway, on to the job and task today. I'm going to start with the Borlotti beans, dig over the ground a little bit. It's pretty much done, but I'll give it a quick dig and then we'll get the Borlotti beans planted. Right, so first things first, I'm just going to dig over this bed a little bit. It's already been dug. I think I've done it 3 times already, so it's not going to need a lot. I was going to do the whole bed, but the weather's turning ominous again, and since I'm not going to grow Borlotti beans on this whole bed today, I'm just going to dig over the patch that I need to sow on right now. So let's get digging. Right, I've got the soil done to a level that I'm happy enough with. There's still some little bits that could do with a bit of breaking up, but for the beans I'm fairly happy with it being like that, and it has started to rain again now, so I'm going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. The variety I've chosen to grow is this dwarf French bean, or Borlotti bean, and it's a small, well obviously by the name, it's a dwarf variety, because I haven't got a lot of space left, and these are kind of an afterthought. I just saw how pretty they were and fancied trying them. I haven't grown anything like this before, because until recently I haven't actually liked any kind of beans. I was really put off as a child with baked beans, which I'm sure I'll divide the crowd here, but I can't stand them. The sauce, the taste, and it really put me off. And it's only within the last year that I got actually tried them again. Kidney beans, a friend did a chilli and I didn't want to be rude by picking them out, so I sort of tried to grin and bear it, and as soon as I took the first mouthful I realised that actually I really liked them. So this year I'm going to try and grow these and see how it goes. It says to sow outdoors May to June, and it's the 26th of April today, so I'm perhaps a week or two early, but I'm gonna hope that they work. There's plenty of seeds here if I need to redo them, so that should be okay. And what I need to do is sow them 2 inches deep, 4 inches apart, and in rows 12 centimetres or 30 inches. 12 inches or 30 centimetres apart. So yeah, I'm gonna do probably 2 rows, I think, because I don't need that many of them. They're more of a trial and a tester than anything else. So I'm gonna do 2 short rows and see how it goes. I reckon 1 row about here, which you may or may not be able to see, and a 2nd row there. Coming up to finishing about there, and this very scientific method of getting a straight line. Could use string and the sensible method, but I'll do it my way. It's a big drop of rain just then. So look at them. They're awesome, awesome little beans. So 4 inches apart. So 4 inches apart. Just going to plant out first where I'm going to have them all, or work out first where I'm going to put them all, should I say? And again, my way is very much a sort of guesswork. I am guessing my 4 inches. I'm sure there's plenty of men out there who'd be more than willing to tell me how big they reckon 4 or more inches are. But I'm going to go with my own estimations. So there we go, and 2 inches deep. And just for ease, I'm just going to do the finger method. Again, planting them on their side so that they don't rot. And I'm only going to plant 1 per position. Normally I'd plant 2. Actually, do you know what? Scratch what I just said. I like the insurance of having 2 side by side in case one doesn't grow. I'm going to plant 2 side by side on their edge so they don't rot. So about 2 inches deep. Which I'm taking to be up to about there on my finger. The good old finger method. And what I want to do with these, they say you can either harvest them while they're still young, or you can leave them to mature and then dry them. And the latter is what I want to do. because I want to be able to store them, and they need to be mature and fully grown for you to be able to dry them and store them and use them like this. And I want to be able to use them over winter in stews and all different kinds of things. So I need to actually research when the harvesting time will be and how to dry them. And as I'd said, I haven't done these before, so if they go wrong or I do something wrong, I'll learn for next time. There we go, the last few going in now. And one thing is, when these are growing, they may well need canes to support them a little bit. Even though they are just a dwarf variety, they're still going to grow to a height where they are going to need some kind of support. But for now, I'm just concerned with getting the seeds in and hopefully getting them growing. I'm pretty sure that from the angle I'm filming at, you can't see my face at the moment, so I apologise for that, but let's be honest, it's the sowing of the seeds you want to see, isn't it? Not my mug. Right, that's done. I'll give them a quick water in a minute, but I'll wait and see if it rains first while I'm doing the other jobs I've got to do. Okay, quick update. It doesn't so much seem to be raining as, well, I'd say sleeting, which it's not great given I've just planted seeds, but it's only meant to last another few days, this cold snap, so I'm hoping they'll be okay. If not, I've got my my other ones as backups. So I don't think I'm going to bother with doing the Munchkin Pumpkins today. And to be honest, it's probably a little silly to plant out the Uchiki Kuri in the middle of a sleet storm, even though they would be protected. So instead what I'm going to do is concentrate on protecting my strawberries with some straw that I've got, because they do not like the cold. So let's go and protect the strawberries instead, and we'll save the planting and whatnot for a day when it's not sleeting at the end of April. Right, we're over by the strawberry bed now, and I've got some straw here which my plot neighbour kindly gave me today when I was panicking about how to protect everything. Strawberries really don't like cold or frost or anything like that. If the flowers do get frostbitten, they're going to turn black, they're going to die, and I'm not going to get any fruit. So what I'm trying to do is protect them from the cold or from the worst of it with this straw, just by putting it around the base of each one and trying to build it up to keep them warm and keep the leaves and flowers off the cold ground. So, because it's flipping horrible, let's just quickly get on with that now. So I'm just going to carefully put some straw around the base of each plant, obviously taking care of the flowers and the leaves and especially the stem as well. Just to give them as much of a chance and as much protection as possible. We're lucky being down here on the south coast, right by the sea as well, that we don't actually tend to get frosts. I mean, there's been frost forecasts for the last 2 nights, but we haven't had any. But they're still not going to like the cold. And obviously, anything I can do to help them is definitely worth doing. Even if it does mean sitting out on the wet, cold ground with this icy sort of rain, sleet covering me. To think, when I started this video, it was bright, lovely sunshine. Shows how quickly at this time of year the weather does change, doesn't it? 1 minute you're there in your t-shirt thinking how nice and warm it is, and the next you're sitting there shivering, trying to protect strawberries and completely changing plans of what you were going to do. Anyway, that's 2 done. I'm going to get the rest of these done, and then I think that's going to be me for the day. let me show you. Just got to do those last few up there and one down there. And actually, similarly, while I'm here, I'll flip this round and show you that I've also done the same there with my potatoes. I've already earthed them up sort of 3 or 4 times, but just to protect them from the cold, I've put straw around them too, because again, potatoes are another veg that will hate the cold, and although they grow underground, if the greenery on top dies, the potatoes will also die. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get on with these last couple of strawberry plants now, get them all covered, then I'm going to go home and sit down and relax. Right, there we go, the strawberries are now protected. Ideally I would have liked to have put some fleece or something over them, but I don't have any, so I'm going to have to hope that we don't get frosts and that the straw does its job. I've done as much as I can for them. The straw is going to help at least a little bit, and as I said, we shouldn't get too much of a frost if any, so let me cross my fingers on that one. And it is now absolutely horrible out here as opposed to that lovely sunshine that I had half an hour, 45 minutes ago, so I'm going to say goodbye for now. And I'm going to go home and get inside where it's warm and dry. See you later, guys.